All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Smith, his first carry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
59, ready, back 25. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Ready, set.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 in picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A give to Smith out of the gun. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming. 20, 20. Turn up. Kill, 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 turn up. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Rush in, 40 gun, 40 gun. Go, go.
Here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Detroit.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stafford. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready, 260, 53, ready, screen, watch the screen, slam, watch twist, check this,
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They go play action with Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd and 15 now, Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Play action. It's Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a lemon of a kick there. This is going to be spotted down right on the 30-yard line. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Pick the edge. Come. Tight dog.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Set. 180. Alert. Bring it.
On 1st down at Stanford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
22.
Here's Stanford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets them 9. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Blue 60. Check. White 54. White 7. And let's pin the mirror.
On first and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Johnson, the intended target. And now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
Right there. Smooth. Right there. 54 Mike.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go to Johnson again. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Set. 180. Monday. I got you. Check.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Complete to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set. 180. Alert. Rip left. Check.
They run here with Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Stafford. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Ryan on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. Jones has it. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 54 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. They go right back to Singletary. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, check back. Hey, alpha. 45. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the draw, this is Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
A 49-yard gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Breaks free again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's a party now. It's a 51. Go!
Here's Ryan. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Ito Smith, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ryan now off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Check. Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On the ground, this is Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.